Hello, and welcome to the Woodstock Arts Galaxy Digital Visionary Training. In this training, we will be covering the basics of using the Galaxy Digital site, which can be found at woodstockarts.galaxydigital.com. In this training, we will be looking at profile creation and site navigation, how to register for an opportunity, features available to enhance your profile, and how to add and log your volunteer hours. For your convenience, you can skip ahead to one of these subjects at the minute marker provided. To start, we are going to look at profile creation and site navigation basics. Here we are on the main landing page. On this page, you'll see links to register for upcoming events. There's also photos that will scroll to show you other upcoming opportunities and/or photos from recent events. And to the right, you'll see opportunities that have been recently added to the site. As you navigate through Galaxy Digital, you will notice some specific terms used. When we mention programs on Galaxy Digital, we are referring to the different areas of interest you can volunteer for that often correlate to their specific physical location. So you'll see we have broken out our areas to include things like visual arts, which may include the Kitsch Center or the Reeves House. The theater is another program area. There are also costumes, scenic painting, scenic building, and visionary events. If you want to see all of the programs, you can click on this link and it'll take you to the landing page for all of the programs that we currently offer, including the Lantern series, the comedy series, which are our I Think and Lasting Laugh shows, visionary events. Visionary events are the events specific to visionaries, such as trainings, our Visionary 101 sessions for new volunteers, and any upcoming social events. Now let's return to the main landing page. Use the sign up link at the top of the page to begin. You can register via your Facebook profile or fill out the necessary information. Here you'll see it says contact me in case of disaster. Galaxy Digital contracts with organizations like the American Red Cross, so some of their functionality is specific to disaster relief efforts. Woodstock Arts will always contact you if we're canceling an event because of the weather or some other natural disaster. Our communication will take place via email or personal phone calls. You may also choose to opt in to receive text messages via the website, allowing us to quickly reach you with an important update. You can opt out of receiving disaster alerts. Continue with creating a password here and click to create your account. The next step is to select your causes. Choosing causes lets us know the areas of interest you have for volunteering. Causes you can choose from include visual arts, special events, theater, lantern series, hospitality, administrative, education, and technical theater. You'll see that the Reeves House is listed separately from visual arts. Visual arts may include volunteer opportunities not tied to the Reeves House. For example, an event at the Kish Pottery Center, or out on the event green, like Art on the Green, or a visual art event at the theater may fall under the visual arts banner. So if you're really interested in all things visual arts, you'll want to make sure that this is selected, and of course, make sure the Reeves House is selected as well. Special events may include galas, opening night receptions, or social events and parties. Education includes arts education, such as classes that we have at the Reeves House or Kish Pottery Center, or the theater camps and classes that we have at the main theater building. If you are interested in technical theater, such as costuming, props, set building, or set painting, choose the cause for technical theater. Choosing causes teaches the site what kind of opportunities you want to be alerted to first, and you can always change your selections as you grow with the organization. To make your selections, simply click on the area of interest, and you'll see a green heart appear. To deselect, click again, and the green heart will disappear. Now you're going to select your skills. Skills are what you feel you have strong experience in or an area you want to work on strengthening through your volunteerism. Skills like guest services or experience with photography. Do you want to explore set building, or are you all about socializing with others? As you can see, there's multiple options to choose from. You can choose as many or as few of these as you'd like. If you change your mind, you can simply unclick. Now we're going to move to the final step, which is validating your phone number for text message alerts and your email address. And here is what your landing page will look like when you come to sign in to the Galaxy Digital Visionary website. You'll see this little pop-up, which will prompt you to sign up for an opportunity to volunteer. Behind this pop-up, you will have information that reflects your contributions to the organization. As a new volunteer, this will be blank until you complete a volunteer opportunity. Upon volunteer completion and submission of your hours, you will see your cumulative volunteer contribution displayed. Did you know that there is a dollar amount tied to volunteerism? Currently, the national average is $28 per hour, and here in Georgia, the current average is $26. That is just how valuable your volunteer service is in dollars and cents. As you start to accumulate your hours, you will see the monetary impact of your service. This area will also show you how many opportunities you have signed up for and how many programs you have fanned. You'll also see a banner which displays an upcoming need. You'll see suggested opportunities which are based on what you selected as your causes and skills. Here are some additional opportunities that have been posted, and the photo banner. An additional site feature is that the banner image acts as a link to the associated volunteer opportunity or event. So by clicking on the photo, you will be taken directly to the opportunity page. And below that, you'll again see the programs. As I mentioned fanned programs, let's go ahead and take a look at that site feature. Galaxy Digital allows you to become a fan of a particular program. This means that when an opportunity or event is posted under that program, you will get an alert since you are a fan. It's a simple click to fan a program, and you can share instantly to Facebook and other social media sites to invite your friends and family to join you as a volunteer. Another quick tip, you can always go back to your landing page, your home page, by clicking here or clicking on the dashboard. And while we're over here, you'll see these are clickable links for upcoming events. If you were to click on any of these, you will be taken directly to that event or opportunity to sign up. Let's take a quick look at this program page. The program page will provide a summary about that specific program, and below that, the upcoming program opportunities will be listed. On the right, you will see the causes associated with this program. We see that it falls under theater and special events. Here, contact information is listed. This is the information for the staff or volunteer lead that manages the opportunities for this program. This person is your main point of contact if you have any questions or concerns about the program or the associated opportunities. This person will typically be the point of contact for you when you arrive for your volunteer shift. You will also want to contact them if you are running late or have to make a last-minute cancellation. Here is the location information for where your volunteerism is going to take place. And here are some photos of the program. Unlike the photos on the landing page, these photos are not clickable links. Feel free to email us your photos so we may add them to show other volunteers our wonderful community. And here is another opportunity to become a fan of this program and the option to share it with others on social media. Or you can copy the URL link and post it to any social media page or email. Now let's go back a little bit and dive into the opportunities. You can find all of our opportunities listed in one place by clicking on Opportunities in the sidebar. This page contains all currently listed opportunities that are open for volunteering. Here are some ways you can use this page to search for a particular opportunity. Let's say I'm looking for all volunteer opportunities related to A Christmas Carol. Type the keywords into the search bar and hit enter. You will now see all of the opportunities specific to the Christmas Carol production. You can also print this page. You can select to see it in a grid view, or a list view might work better for your device or how you like to view the information. If you choose to see it in the calendar view, you are going to be brought to the current month. You'll see everything that's coming up. As you can see, there's a lot more going on when you look at this calendar view. It puts it all right in front of you, everything in one spot. When you hover over an opportunity name, you will see a description. You'll see the time and where it takes place. And then you can click directly on that and be taken to respond to that specific opportunity. You can also click on View More, and it will show you additional opportunities for that date. You can even select a new date by using this calendar feature. And of course, you can navigate forward or backward depending on what you're looking for. And as you notice, as the dates pass, they will appear grayed out. You can still see the information, but more than likely the registration date has passed. You can also choose a map view, which will show you where the opportunities are located. As most of our opportunities take place here on our campus in central Woodstock, this view may not be helpful. From here, you can also sort and filter by newest first, oldest first, alphabetically, or soonest. And here's another area in which you can filter. You have the option to show only family-friendly opportunities. Let's say I only want to see family-friendly, so I want to be able to bring my kids, my teenagers, maybe grandma and grandpa, and make sure there's enough room for us all. These are the opportunities in which that might be possible. A great one is the prop hunt. That's an opportunity that might be great to bring a bunch of people of various ages to join you. And then click here to clear your search criteria. You can also search by if there's open availability. For example, I know I need 4 people to come in with me, and we'd all like to work in the same area. What has 4 spots available? And here are the results for that specific search. To clear your search, click the red X. Now we can also search if it's wheelchair accessible. There's also the opportunity to see if it's a virtual volunteer opportunity and whether or not it allows for team registration. If you're interested in setting up your group or organization as a team, please reach out to the volunteer manager for more information. You can also search by your skill set. These are the skills that you set criteria for during the registration process. Let's say I want to look into scenic painting. Here are the opportunities specific to that skill. And remember, you can always come here to the sidebar to use the links available to be taken directly to a specific program, event, or opportunities. Registering for an opportunity. Now we're going to look at how to sign up for a volunteer opportunity. We've used the search feature, the sidebar, or we've gone into programs to find the opportunities associated with the event or program we are interested in volunteering for. Let's sign up to volunteer for concessions at the production of Dogfight. Click on the box for that opportunity, and that will bring you to the information page for concessions and bar for Dogfight. On this page, there will be a description of the volunteer position and additional notes pertaining to the role and/or event. To the right, you'll see that this volunteer opportunity falls under the skills of guest services and food service. Below the skills is the program information. This opportunity falls under theater programs. If I want to become a fan of the program, click Become a Fan. And here's the location information. Listed below the description, you'll see the shifts associated with the opportunity. Detailed here are the dates and the start and end times for the shift. This is how long the shift is expected to last, and here is how many spots are available for each shift. As shifts are filled, this number changes to reflect how many open spots are still available. And beneath the shifts, you'll see additional details such as any age requirements, dress code details, the working environment, and more. As an individual volunteer, you will be responding as an individual and not as part of a team. So click Respond. What you'll see as a first-time volunteer is a qualification submission request. As a part of our processes, we ask that all volunteers complete a waiver prior to any volunteer service. Click here to continue to the waiver. There are two different versions of the waiver, one for adults and one for minors. The language is the same. However, if you are a minor, you need an adult legal guardian to complete the waiver on your behalf. In order to be given the correct waiver, please enter your date of birth. You can also select to have your date of birth added to your profile so we can send you a special message on your special day. This pop-up will ask you to consent to use an electronic signature to sign this waiver. Accept this option and the waiver will appear for you to read. Complete the fields below with your name and the current date. You will be asked to confirm your consent again and then to submit the waiver as a qualification. Once complete, you will be directed back to the opportunity registration page, and you'll note that the appearance has changed. You will now see an additional option to respond directly to the specific shift of your choosing. An additional option available on the site is that of being added to an opportunities waitlist. This will appear when all of the spots for that shift have been filled. If this is the only shift that you can volunteer for and you still want to be considered if a spot opens up, click to be added to the waitlist. Now, if anyone cancels their volunteer sign-up, you will be alerted that it is now available for you to register. So let's respond to Saturday's shift. Click Respond as an individual. You will be directed to a page to confirm and add detail to your registration. A great site feature here is the ability to add another shift to your sign-up. If you decide to come to multiple shifts, you can use this toggle button and you'll notice that it fills the boxes or empties them out. But I'm just going to stick with Saturday. The additional note area is useful to provide information to the volunteer manager. For example, I'm comfortable selling beer and wine. However, I don't really feel comfortable with handling money. So maybe no money handling, just serving. Completing the notes section is not required, but it is useful to provide us with any additional details or context around your volunteer service. And now that you've selected your chosen shift, click to submit your response. And now you can also create a Google Calendar event by clicking here. You can also share it to either Facebook or Twitter to let people know about the great opportunity you just signed up for with Woodstock Arts. When you return to this page, you will see that the respond buttons are now green and say Manage My Response. You will also see that you can still go and respond to another shift. Let's look at managing my response. Click the green button, and we are now back on the response submission page. Let's say you can no longer volunteer that day. Unselect the date and go to submit. And now you'll see that the page has reverted to the previous version before you signed up. If someone has been on the waitlist, they will receive a notification saying that a spot has now opened up for them to sign up. Additional profile features. From anywhere on the site, you will see this navigation bar with a drop-down menu. When you click on it, you have links to view your profile, edit and track hours, see your schedule, see what qualifications and files you have attached to your profile, such as the volunteer waiver. You can click here to see your responses to opportunities, your teams, and you have an inbox where you get messages, and finally, a logout option. Teams apply only if you are considered part of a group or organization that volunteers regularly. If you would like to set up a team for a specific organization or group, please reach out to your volunteer manager for more information. Let's select View Profile. On this page, you can see information about when you joined the site, your name, and your activity feed. The activity feed is a timeline of your actions on the site. Here you can see all of the causes that you have selected as your interest. You can manage those by clicking on this plus sign. You can make changes by clicking to select or deselect any cause you choose. You can do the same for your skills. Below that are the programs you became a fan of. And again, you can add or remove programs by clicking. Back on your profile, there's a volunteer resume. This feature provides a summary of all your volunteer service. By clicking on this, you can select a time frame for which you want to see specific volunteer service. Click Get My Resume to download the resume file. As a volunteer, the resume will provide a nice profile of your volunteer service that you can print out and share. This is useful if you are applying for a job or if you're a student and need to show proof of completing hours of volunteerism. Under Edit Profile, you can upload your photo and change any of your basic information, such as your address, contact information, and date of birth as needed. You can also create or change your password. There is also a feature to specify your availability for shifts. Although this feature isn't currently utilized by Woodstock Arts, it has the potential to make searching for volunteers with a specific availability possible. This way, we can reach out to someone specifically based on the availability they have inputted on their profile. As you make changes to your profile, you'll see multiple opportunities to save the updates you have made. You want to make sure that you are clicking the associated update button right after you make changes. This way, the information will save in the system. The system will not automatically save any changes. You must click the update button. Next, you'll see options to be contacted in case of disaster and to receive system emails and messages. Please make sure that you are opting in to receive emails and messages from the site, as this is a vital part of our communication process with volunteers. You also have the option to allow yourself to be automatically scheduled for a volunteer shift based on what you listed as your availability above. Again, we are not currently scheduling volunteers without their approval, so you can keep this option off. But if you are willing and able to accept any shift based on your listed availability and skills, you can elect to keep this option on. To finish out with the profile pages, here you can see your volunteer schedule, Your files, where necessary credentials or documentation can be saved to your profile. Opportunity responses shows opportunities that you have signed up for and shifts that you may be on the wait list for. If you are a part of a team, the team information will appear here. Your qualifications tab will give you information on all of the qualifications you have received and stores any documents for your reference. Your inbox will contain messages sent via the system. These messages are also sent to your registered email address. Logging and adding your volunteer hours. From your profile page, you're going to click on Track Hours. There is also a dedicated button up here in the toolbar at the top. To add hours, follow the prompt questions. To start, are these hours in reference to an opportunity that you responded to on the site? When selecting yes, you will have all of the opportunities you responded to on the site appear in this drop-down menu. If you responded to multiple shifts for the opportunity, another drop-down appears and allows you to select the specific shift you are tracking hours for. When you select the shift, you will notice that the information connected to the shift auto-populates in the Hours Details section. The information in the Hours Details section can be edited. You should not have to adjust the date, but let's say you volunteered for more or less hours than the preset hours of the shift. Here is where you edit to make sure you are recording the accurate numbers of hours for which you worked. Unless you are a part of a team or user group, you will not see this drop-down information. Click to submit your hour entry, and now you will see the added hours in yellow as it awaits approval from the volunteer lead or manager. While the hours are pending approval, you can make edits to the entry using the pencil icon, or you can delete the entry entirely by selecting and clicking the trash can icon above. Now let's say you came in and volunteered, but the volunteer opportunity was not listed through the website, or you were a last-minute addition and weren't able to register before the registration period had passed. You will once again use the Add Hours page, but you will select No for the first prompt. Now you will have the option to provide the details of this volunteer service. For an example, you have volunteered at the Reeves House for an opportunity that wasn't listed. Type in the Reeves House as the location. Who can confirm that you were there? Nicole can confirm that I was there, and here is her email address. Down below, you can add additional information about anyone who may have volunteered with you, but does not have an account. If yes, you will enter the information about how many people joined you and a descriptor such as a name or something like my spouse or a friend. Before you submit, you're going to come back up to the hours details and let us know what day you volunteered and how many hours you spent working. And please add a description of the tasks you accomplished. Next, we're going to scroll down and we're going to submit that hour entry. Once more, the hours will appear as pending approval by a volunteer lead or manager, and you have the same options to edit or delete the hour entry while it is pending approval. Thank you for taking the time to complete this training video. If you have any questions, please reach out to the Woodstock Arts Volunteer Manager for more information.